with John. Today I want to talk about customer service, and I'm not doing it while I'm driving because I wasn't really able to shoot any video when I was driving today, so I want to do face-to-face. I personally had something happen recently. I was at a McDonald's, and actually my wife and I were at a McDonald's, and we saw something happen. And customer service over the last 15, 20 years has been declining really bad. But what I saw today just kind of really upset me. And what happened to customer service? Like, does anybody do it anymore? Does anybody even know what it is? We were at a McDonald's and there was a guy waiting for a salad. The lady came out and asked him if he ordered a salad. He said yes. And then she said, "Did you want crispy or grilled?" And he wanted to explain something to her, so he kept, trying to say something, and she kept interrupting him, crispy or grilled? And then he'd try to say something, and she'd say, "Crispy or grilled? Do you want crispy or grilled?" And she kept getting louder and louder and louder, and it was just so absurd to see somebody treat a customer that way. Like what he had to say wasn't important, and all that mattered to her is, giving him what she wanted to give him, I guess. I don't know. Well, basically, he just answered her eventually, and she went back in the back. I didn't actually see that happen. My wife did. And we didn't talk about it until afterwards, so I didn't realize that had happened. But the same person that did that to that guy, we got our order, and I realized there were no sauces in the bag. So I said to the lady, she was 5 feet from me, I said, "Excuse me, can I get the sauces for the nuggets?" And she kind of glanced over her shoulder a little bit and then acted like she didn't hear me. So I said it a little bit louder. "Excuse me, can I get sauces for my nuggets?" She takes a step back and hides behind the wall that's in front of me. But I see her foot sticking out the side in the most ridiculous fashion. I know she can hear me, and I now know she's hiding from me. So I'm like, "Excuse me," and I'm, still trying to be as nice as possible. And the lady on the register had a line of like 6 people. She could see that, what was happening wasn't probably good. So she said, "What sauces did you need?" I told her what I needed. She left the line of 6 people standing there waiting to order, went and asked the lady that refused to answer me where the sauces were. By this point, the lady had stepped back forward again because she saw that lady coming around the corner. And instead of telling the lady where the sauces were, she just pointed. "Oh, they're over there." Just totally obnoxious, and could have cared less about the customers, basically. So we got our sauces and stuck them in the bag, and I felt like I needed to apologize to everybody waiting in line because the person running the register had 6 people in line, and they all had to wait for me because somebody else didn't do their job. So whatever, I kind of let it go, and we left. And we get outside and we realize that we didn't get our nuggets. So we have our sauce, but not our nuggets. So I go back in, and I stand there, and I wait for probably a good, 10 minutes, at least. Nobody, like, I'm an invisible person. The employees are walking by, looking at me, and not saying a word to me. So I eventually say to one of them, "Excuse me, can I talk to your manager?" And then they go and tell the manager. They come back out and they said, "Yeah, the manager will be out in a minute." So I wait probably another 2-3 minutes. Not bad. The manager comes out. I explained to the manager what happened. We didn't get our nuggets. Here's the receipt, blah, blah, blah. Got our sauces, but not our nuggets. And she kind of gives me this look like she's going to tell me I'm wrong. And, I'm not trying to get free nuggets. I'm just trying to get what I ordered. So, I said, "Well, there was more that happened than that." And I kind of, she went and got the nuggets, brought them back, and I explained to her after she brought the nuggets, basically, this is what happened. The lady in the jean jacket ignored me. She hollered at this other customer. I told the manager the whole story. Their response was absolutely amazing to me. Rather than saying I'm sorry, anything like that. No, yeah, we're having a rough day today. That was their response. Not, I'll talk to him, not, I'm sorry that this happened to you, let me make it up to you. I didn't want anything. I just wanted to let the manager know what was going on. So that's the long story short, that's what happened. And they did nothing about it. So then I walk around the corner, and at Truckstops, there's a pilot or a TA or whatever. This happened to be a pilot. I walked around the corner, and there was the manager of the pilot. So I thought I'd mention it to him because the other manager didn't seem to care. And I said, are you guys in charge of that McDonald's over there? And he said, no, they just pay us rent, but you don't need to complain because I get them all the time. I know exactly what you're going to say. And I'm like, really? And he said, yeah. And he says, yeah, we just collect rent from them. We don't have any control over how they treat people or what they do. And so, I talked to him for probably a minute or two, and that was it. I came back out. But what happened to customer service today? I mean, in today's world, it's like the customer doesn't even matter. They just want your money, and they can treat you like crap or poop or whatever. And that's all there is to it. There's nothing you can say or do about it. And I don't understand why companies hire these people that treat people like that or keep them. I mean, I understand these people aren't making a lot of money. They're probably minimum wage. But you know what? You have to start somewhere. And you chose to work there. So if you're going to choose to work there, you should do the best job you possibly can, right? I mean, I worked at retail jobs, Walmart, Target. Worked at a pizza joint when I was a kid. I worked at amusement parks. I always treat everybody with a smile. Listen to what they had to say, even if they were just being a pain in the butt, and what they had to say was just ridiculous. I still smiled, apologized, did what I could to make them happy, because that's what you do. It's called customer service. But I don't see it anymore anywhere. I mean, is anybody else seeing this problem? I can only think of one place that when I walk into, I'm even greeted anymore. And I'm trying to remember the name of, CC's Pizza. When you walk in, they go, welcome to CC's, welcome to CC's. I think that's awesome. It feels welcoming. And they don't say it like, welcome to CC's. They say it like they're happy, I think that's awesome. But outside of that, I don't see it. I don't see customer service anywhere. And I really think that people, sorry, my arm's getting tired. I really think that people need to insist on better customer service, and employers need to insist on employees doing their job, and customer service is part of your job. I mean, I no longer work in a field where I have customer service. I do deal with places where I pick up loads and I drop loads, and I'm nice to those people, and I smile, and I'm not a rude person. And even though sometimes I'm treated really badly at those places, or they snap at me or whatever, someone might be having a bad day, and this one time that it happened, maybe the person was having a bad day. But then when I talked to the pilot manager, and the pilot manager says he gets complaints every day about it, and blah, 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 it started making me think about customer service and how it's such a lost art. I mean, if there was a company out there somewhere that insisted on customer service, even if their products weren't that good, I think they would skyrocket as a business, because you don't see it anymore. You don't see people wanting to do their job or happy to do their job. And like I said, I understand some of them are minimum wage, and I know the job sucks, but we've all had to do it. It's part of growing up. It's part of maturing. It's part of life. I mean, I have kids that work at like Domino's Pizza or a movie theater. I know my kids. They're smiling at the customers. They're treating them with respect. They're listening to their complaints. They're not rude. They don't ignore them. And they would never holler at a customer. So, I mean, I don't want to say my kids are great, but they really are. I mean, I don't understand. Aren't people raised that way anymore? And if not, why not? what is wrong with our country that people just think it's okay to trash people and talk bad down to people or ignore them altogether? I don't mean to rant and go on, and I do apologize about that. It really bothers me. Customer service is one of those things that I've always believed in, always thought was important, and always held in high regard. I mean, like I said, I noticed the CC's Pizza thing. We don't go to CC's Pizza very often, but when we do, I've never been in one where they didn't greet me with a smile and say, "Welcome to CC's." Just that alone makes me smile, makes me feel like I want to be there, you know? Their pizza's not that great. You can get a lot of it for a little bit of money, though, so I guess that's the advantage. But I don't know what they say to their employees, you know, and I'm sure their employees aren't paid great, but I've never had a problem at CC's. Their employees are usually great. Employees are usually great, and they treat me awesome. So, long story short, I just don't understand what's going on with customer service these days, and I'm just wondering, is anybody else seeing the same problems I'm seeing? You know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm old and grumpy. Who knows? But just comment below, or hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, hit the thumbs up. You know, share my channel. You know, I don't know how many people would be interested in it, but I can't be the only one out there that's complaining and thinking about these subjects. You know, not everything I do is a complaint, but I can't be the only one out there that thinks this is a problem. So I would really like to see some feedback and have someone comment below and let me know, did you run into these problems? Maybe we should start sharing the locations. Just a story that happened randomly, and I was thinking about it and thought maybe I'd bring it up to you, so maybe you could do something with it. I don't know. I do leave reviews once in a while. I try to leave good reviews because most everybody complains all the time, and when someone does something right, I like to, you know, tell them they did something good. So, but I didn't leave a review on this one. Maybe I will eventually, but it really got under my skin, so I wanted to make a video about it. So I'd like to hear you all's comments. What do you have to say? What do you think? Has it ever happened to you? Do you think our society has changed to the point where, you know, all that matters is the money that's coming in, not how people are treated or anything like that? So I really appreciate you watching my videos. Thank you for watching. Next time you'll probably see the road, but you might see me. You never know. See you next time.